Welcome to episode 163 of Anime and Us. I'm TJ.
And I'm Shawn.
And this is the review show that reviews anime from A to Z. Sort of.
So, if you've been listening the past couple episodes, you probably thought we were doing another Dragon Ball Z movie, Bardock. Not happening. Apparently, miscommunication. I watched Bardock, he watched
BoJack.
So that'll be for the next couple episodes. We'll watch each other's movie and come back and review it. That way, I'm not just spewing about the movie, and you're not just spewing about the other movie. So we're gonna skip the King of Fighters another day.
Yeah, so we're on K, and
there's nothing in K.
And so Shawn picked essentially the shortest anime in it.
You know what's funny? Not only is it the shortest, but it's episode shortest. But I thought each episode was full episodes. I didn't know they were 10 minutes.
No,
each.
They were 10. This was maybe the easiest anime.
They were 9 to 10 minutes apiece, and they ended 7 minutes in.
No, I was about to say, some of them are 4 minutes.
Yeah, it ended 7 to 8 minutes, and usually. I think one of them was 4.
4 minutes. This was like the easiest watch ever.
It was. I also don't remember the last episode at all.
I do.
But, yeah, I figured you're there. That's what you're there for. You're going to help out when I just don't remember something. Anyway. King of Fighters the other day is an animated series based on the fighting game series King of Fighters. It was produced by Production IG, revolves around blah 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 3D version of the King of Fighters in Maximum Impact 3D version. I guess it was a 2D game.
So yeah, I mean it was are you familiar with the King of Fighters series?
I know of it. I don't like fighter games.
Well,
Tekken is like the one, or Street Fighter would be the two I would pick if I had to pick.
Right. But they were around as long. I think I have King of Fighters 1996.
Yeah.
For PlayStation 1. So
Virtual Fighters, a bunch of different fighter games.
It's more along the lines Dead or Alive.
The only Dead or Alive I've ever played. Can you guess?
The volleyball one.
I remember being a kid having my Game Informer and reading the information about Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball before it came out about how each boob had their own physics, engine, so they could jiggle independently. I was like, I'm getting that.
But yeah, it plays more like that. I actually got into the King of Fighters series for a little bit there. So I was pretty familiar with some of the characters.
That makes sense. Came out 2005. And
apparently this takes place after one of the games leading into another of the games.
Yeah, sure. Wait a second. Look at the release date. What's weird there?
December 2nd, 2005 to March 3rd, 2006.
For 4 10-minute episodes?
They released one a month. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, they released one a month.
What? Well, I guess releasing up to the next game, but why do it that far apart? No one's going to care.
The anime was released in Japan via DVD as a pack-in with Japanese release of Kingdom Maximum 2 under the retail price. It was less accessible in the US, originally intended to include in 6 a pre-release bonus. Several weeks later, after some complaints ran, the bonus DVD started showing up at EG Games. So
I'm assuming it aired before the DVD fiasco that they apparently had.
Well, because
it says it has an airing date.
Oh yeah, no. Another Day was aired in Japan through the internet on Showtime. And TV and kids station. So they probably released one a month on the internet leading up to the release of the game.
It's not. That's so dumb. Do it 4 weeks out. 1 a week.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you, but that's what they did.
That's really dumb. Anyway, premise. There's just a bunch of different fighters in a city. I don't really know the premise.
Well, the premise is, okay. So, it's leading off from the end of the previous game, which I don't remember if I played that one or not. But apparently there were clones. It ended with some kind of clone thing. And one of the clones escaped and set fire to the city. And so now all the fighters are chasing the clone and trying to get to the clone before anyone else does, essentially. And then each episode focuses on a set of different fighters. And there's an underlying story arc going through all 4 episodes, concluded in the final arc. So, yeah.
Episode 1, there's a fire.
Yep.
And there's 3 guys, and 2 of them want to run away, and the other one's like, no, we must stand our ground until someone gets back, and we must save the city. And they go and rescue people. The
only thing of note about this episode was that Mai was in it, who is the centerpiece of Dead or Alive, Beach Volleyball, the big breasted girl.
I don't know.
What I know, but she's everywhere.
She's in King of Fighters?
Yeah.
I guess that's...
Oh, wait, no. Yeah. I think she was dead or alive.
I wonder if like the same company owns it.
Because Terry Bogard, the guy with the red hat, he's also in King of Fighters and dead or alive, I believe. So I think they share characters a little bit. Huh. But like the Mai character is everywhere. Like she's like the centerpiece of these, I'm going to say B-tier fighting games.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, yeah. But that's she's like the one that I knew of off the top of my head.
I bet.
I mean, anyway. And then the second episode, was that the train?
Probably.
Oh no,
I gotta be honest. I watched them. And I wasn't even on my phone. I just don't remember much.
The second one was this guy, I don't remember these guys. It was the one with Terry Bogard's brother, who this girl's trying to assassinate this guy on the skyrise, and then she calls in an airstrike.
Yes. I remember that.
And so that
airstrike.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fighting game. So that happens. The third one has one of the two like main characters, the guy with the white hair, and
go ahead.
They're on the train and they're they're fighting off another organization trying to get the clone, and then they realize they're all after the same thing. And the fourth episode, it stars the main character, the Ryu character, who's the guy I always used in the game. That's why I knew who he was. And he fights the main bad guy, and in the end, the bad guy gets away. And stay tuned for the next game.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's probably semi-interesting if you're, like, really into these games.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, if you were playing these games in chronologically order and you're in it for the story, I would actually say watch this in between going through the games. And if you're really
big... all of 4 of you out there.
Yeah, if you're into the King of Fighters lore, like, if you're a completionist in that way, then definitely, that's who this is for.
Other than that, it's not really for anyone.
I mean, if you got a half hour to waste...
It's not worth it.
But like,
not good.
Or even 7 minutes before you have to go to work.
Yeah, apparently. So, you know what I was surprised about? I thought there was gonna be a lot more like tits in your face. Like it gave me that vibe. Like, oh, it's gonna be 90s anime and tits are gonna fall out somewhere.
It's not 90s anime though.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
It looked like a 90s anime.
No, it's a fighting game, so they have the over-sexualized one.
Yeah, but it wasn't, and obviously that one was, but like it wasn't over the top the entire time, which is what I assumed it was gonna be.
No, because most of the cast is men.
It's fair.
So, like, I think there are 2 women in this entire show.
Should have gotten more screen time.
I mean, honestly, the story is convoluted and kind of boring. And if you're not really paying attention, you could easily get lost. But I don't know. This is another short one because there's nothing really to talk about.
Unfortunately,
it's literally there are 5-minute episodes. We literally we covered every episode. So.
Below par for me, but again, if it's what you're looking for, then it's probably fine.
Yeah. I would actually say for the length of it, and because it's so short, and because it's inoffensive, I'd probably give it a 5.
That's fine.
Yeah. And like, if we were still comparing things, I'd probably watch this and over anything that wasn't good because of how short it was. Yeah. So, how about you?
Yeah, below probably 4.
Okay.
But like a different 4 than the Dragon Ball Z 4s. I had to watch them in a heartbeat over that.
Yeah, well,
even though they're longer.
That's because you're a Dragon Ball Z apologist.
That's fair. That's a good way to look at it. Alright, so we're in category L now.
Yes, and there's not... I mean, there's a few things that look interesting in L. Like, did you go through it and look?
I didn't look at all.
Okay, but I learned something about that we have to cover now.
Yeah.
They finally dubbed, after 50 years, the first season of Lupin.
Oh, wow, that's cool. We're not doing it right now, unless you want to pick it.
It's only 23 episodes.
Only?
Yeah.
Only?
It's only 23 episodes.
That's fair. I don't really see anything else. Like, I'm looking at the titles, and nothing's jumping out. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of good things, because there is a decent amount.
Yeah, but I don't know what any of them are, and I'm... Like, there's no...
Emma's watching this right now. Way back camp.
Oh, yeah.
About a bunch of girls camping. That's it.
That sounds about right. Like, we already covered, like, Log Horizon and stuff like that. Like, so the big...
Well, there are other seasons, too.
Well, I'm not going to choose another season of that if I don't have to.
Lookism.
It's a Netflix show, apparently.
Bullied high school student.
But... Yeah, like, the only other thing that I know... Like, I know Licorice Recoil is popular recently, but I don't know what it is.
Licorice Recoil?
Yeah, it's the last one on the list. Like, I heard that one was popular in the last year or so, but I don't know what it is.
I haven't heard of it. It's funny.
But, yeah.
Secret organization prevents crimes. Okay.
Yes, so I think we have to cover the first season of Lupin, because we covered so many movies.
Yeah, it's fine. Very hentai-esque.
Love Hina, yeah.
I think there are some hentai browser games from like Newgrounds. Remember that? Newgrounds?
Name sounds familiar.
Yeah. Well, it was like a website back in the day that you could play Flash games on.
Okay. Like I heard the name Lovely, and I've also heard the name Love Live. Is that what that says? Or Love Live?
Love Live? Yeah, it's like a magical, not magical girl, but like pop stars.
Oh. And obviously, like, I heard of Astro Boy.
Like they're idols, that's what I was looking for.
Okay, yeah. Like, I've heard of little Astro Boys and stuff like that.
Alright, Lupin the Third.
Yeah. But we're going to cover the first 23 episodes of Lupin the Third, because it's only 23 episodes.
Alright, Lupin the Third, guys.
And we've covered how many movies?
31. Soon to be 33.
No, we didn't.
Lupin movies. Yeah. I don't know.
Like, at least a dozen.
Yeah, probably about a dozen.
So I figured, since it was 23 episodes, I wanted to cover Lupin, the show of Lupin. Because we haven't done it in a while.
What's his first name?
Arsene.
Arsene?
Yeah.
Arsene Lupin III is the grandson of world-famous Arsene Lupin. And he's living up to his grandfather's memory as a high-profile thief himself. Due to his infamy, Lupin the Third attracts the attention of the persistent Inspector Zenigata of the ICPO, as well as rival criminals. Lupin Thirds. It doesn't say Lupin the Thirds.
No, it's just Lupin Thirds.
That's bothering me. Criminal lifestyle even seeps into his love life. The main woman in Lupin Thirds world is femme fatale Fujiko Mine, who Lupin Third can never tell is working with or against him. Follow Lupin and his gunman partner Daisuke Jigen on their quest on their own. Well, only Jigen's with him?
Yeah, I think
maybe every season he picks up another friend.
No, he teams up with Goemon in this season, I think.
So maybe he's already with Jigen.
He's already with Jigen, but then he recruits Goemon in this season, and obviously Fujiko is a part of the whole thing. But yeah, like I said, we watched so many episodes, and it's about the time to see how it started. So
I guess we'll see.
Until then,
see ya.
Bye.